Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Today, the game is different.
I want to gamble. Gambling is a very serious business.
Is that clear?
Welcome to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you here, deep from the swamps of Jersey. We got a great show coming up for you. I know it's time of the year when people start to plan their summer vacations. Well, if you want to go to an incredible resort with an historic racetrack, an amazing casino, a 4-star rated spa, world-class restaurants, and an incredible hotel, then I got a place for you. You should start booking your trip to Arkansas. Didn't think I'd say Arkansas, did you? Well, that's where Oaklawn Hot Springs is, and it's an absolutely incredible resort, and we're going to hear all about Oaklawn Hot Springs because coming up, I'm talking with the president of Oaklawn Hot Springs, Louis Cella. Louis is going to tell us all about his incredible resort. When we come back, we're talking Oaklawn Hot Springs, so stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards.
The IRS has collected over $1 billion in past due taxes this year, and they're aggressively targeting more taxpayers. Don't wait until the IRS comes knocking. Our team is here to help you resolve your tax debts before things escalate. Every tax situation is unique, and so is our approach. We tailor solutions to fit your specific needs, giving you the personalized attention you deserve. The IRS has resumed collection enforcement. Don't wait until it's too late. Our team can help you resolve your tax issues before liens, levies, or passport restrictions kick in. Behind on filing taxes? We specialize in getting you back on track by filing past returns and negotiating with the IRS. Does the IRS claim that you owe money that you don't have? We fight to lower your tax debt to an amount that you can afford. United Tax Fix. Expert help, personalized service, and the peace of mind you deserve.
Call 800-852-6985. That's 800-852-6985.
Hey, this is Dave Weishuttle from House of Cards with your House of Cards gaming report for the week of March 24th, 2025. Caesars Entertainment announced that its iGaming platforms are the first online casino platform to launch Pishu Gaming's Keno title, Lucky Bonus Draw Keno. Online casino players can now play this popular game on Caesars Palace Online Casino, Horseshoe Online Casino, and Caesars Sportsbook and Casino. Lucky Bonus Draw Keno is available online to players in New Jersey and Ontario. BetMGM Casino announced the launch of the Wizard of Oz Over the Rainbow online slot game. The exclusive slot game features Dorothy, Scarecrow, the Cowardly Lion, the Tin Man, and the Wicked Witch. The game is available in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Michigan, and West Virginia. And finally, Donny Osmond announced an extension to his residency inside Harrah's showroom at Harrah's Las Vegas through November 2025. During the show, Donny uses groundbreaking artificial intelligence technology to actually do a duet of Puppy Love with his 14-year-old self on stage. Osmond won Best Resident Performer and Best Production Show in 2024's Las Vegas Review Journal Best of Las Vegas Awards. So if you want more Donny Osmond, you got him. Have any news or tips regarding casinos, gaming, or legislation? Send us an email at newsroom@houseofcardsradio.com and follow us on X at HOC Radio.
Oh, a boogie-woogie box.
Pardon me. You like the radio?
Certainly, I love it.
You got it.
Oh.
You're listening to House of Cards.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. As people start making their summer plans, there is one place that I think they need to consider checking out. It has a historic thoroughbred racetrack, an incredible casino, world-class restaurants, and first-class entertainment, and it's all in Arkansas. I'm talking about the incredible Oaklawn Hot Springs, and we're going to hear all about this incredible resort because on the line we have Louis Cella, president of Oaklawn Hot Springs. Louis, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
I gotta tell you, I'm excited to hear about Oaklawn Hot Springs because if you're a fan of horse racing and if you're a fan of casino resorts, Oaklawn should be at the top of your list to check out. But for people who aren't familiar with Arkansas and their gaming scene, can you give us a kind of snapshot of what Arkansas has to offer people who are fans of horse racing and casinos?
Sure, and it's a fun story and it's a great story. We're really a hidden gem in the Ouachita Mountains in Hot Springs, Arkansas, Hot Springs National Park. But what's fun about it is it's very hard to get to, and once you get there, it's very hard to leave. We're in the heart of the state of Arkansas, surrounded by forests. And what's fun is the quirky little town of Hot Springs, which we're located in. There's Mountain Valley water from the streams that have been flowing for literally the late 1800s, and it has not stopped. And you go into the town, and you'll see spigots that are open, and people bringing their jugs to fill them up to bring them home, and that's the only water they'll drink. Our history with horse racing, we've been around for over 100 years, and they're wonderful stories of trainers back then that would give their horses the Mountain Valley water because it's so clear, and it is so clear and clean today. It really is a fabulous story and a fabulous town.
You mentioned horse racing, and when I heard I was going to do an interview on Oaklawn, I immediately thought of horse racing because I'm such a huge fan of horse racing. And any horse racing fan immediately knows about Oaklawn because it's one of those historic tracks in this country. Tell us something about Oaklawn and the track, and because it plays such a huge role in the history of horse racing in this country.
Well, it does, and we've really grown that over the last several decades. It was found in 1904 by my namesake, Louis Cella, and his brother, Charles J. Cella. And so I'm a fourth generation guy. And back then, the name of the game nationally were to have country fair tracks, just weekend tracks. And you could do it nationally. And the reason that was important is at that time you could legally bookmake. And that was the name of the game. And at the time in the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s, our family had as many as 30 different fair meets across the United States.
Wow.
And ultimately, my father sold Fort Erie track in the late 1960s. And that track still exists today. So we have a great history. Of course, we have Oaklawn. That started in 1904, and we've had some great horses. Most recently, of course, Mystic Dan, who won several of our races in the Kentucky Derby, Torpedo Anna, who actually just won a race last week in our Zeri and is getting ready to run in our Apple Blossom for over $1 million, but more importantly, won last year's Fantasy in the Kentucky Oaks and is named Horse of the Year. Which is including the boys and the girls. So we really do have a feather in our cap when it comes to quality racing.
If you're a horse racing fan, Oaklawn is one of those bucket list tracks you have to visit. When people do visit Oaklawn, what type of racing schedule can they expect? And can you tell us about some of the big events and races that are happening at the racetrack coming up?
Well, we do. It's quite methodical. We circle the Kentucky Derby, which is always run the first Saturday in May, and we go backwards. So our prep races for the Kentucky Derby culminates with our Arkansas Derby, which is just a couple of weeks away, March 29th, and we'll have the very best of the best thoroughbreds from around the country flying in to see if they can gather enough Derby points, is what they're called, to participate in that event. So we'll have horses from California, Florida, New York, Kentucky, of course, flying in or driving in for those big races. And, of course, we have the Oaklawn Handicap for older horses, which is over $1 million. The Apple Blossom over $1 million for older mares. So it's highly, highly competitive racing. And a spin that we'd like to see is what we constructed just a handful of years ago, is the Oaklawn Hotel. You'll never see anything like that in racing anywhere.
Wow.
And that is a hotel which is on the racetrack. Half of the rooms are literally facing the track. The other rooms are facing the Ouachita Mountains and with the Valley of the Vapors. And what's fun is that early morning you'll see steam coming up from all of the springs in the valleys. It really is spectacular.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards.
The average cost of mesothelioma treatment can exceed $400,000. Families often face losing their homes or life savings just to pay the bills. If you or a loved one worked in these industries and were diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to compensation to protect your family. At Rights and Claims, we've helped families recover over $1 billion to cover medical costs, lost wages, and more. Let us help you secure their future with the compensation you deserve. Call 800-596-4889.
Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024, the Audion Atom 2 series offers superior sound quality and functionality for a fraction of the price. For just $189 a pair, the Atom 2 features 4 different hearing modes for all types of hearing loss. It packs crystal clear sound, a nearly invisible design, and is even rechargeable.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids. They're so comfortable, I forget I'm wearing them. And the sound is amazing.
The Atom Pro 2 is our smallest hearing aid yet, featuring advanced background noise cancellation and is the world's first hearing aid with built-in UV cleaning that kills 99% of bacteria.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed without seeing a doctor or having a hearing test.
Join over 500,000 happy customers today and get the hearing you deserve.
Call 1-800-457-0924 or go to audionhearing.com to get your pair of Audion hearing aids starting at just $189.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With private healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-733-6860. 800-733-6860.
You're listening to House of Cards.
I'm talking sick piles of money. I'm talking lay on your bed in your Vegas room, throw the money in the air, and dance as it showers down on you money. I'm talking frosted glass limo money. I'm talking big cowboy hat, silver turquoise buckle money. I'm talking gambling.
I am in love with you.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishuttle with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with the president of Oaklawn Hot Springs, Louis Cella. You mentioned it's not just the racetrack. I mean, Oaklawn Hot Springs isn't just one of the premier racetracks in the country, but you had an incredible expansion a couple of years ago to the overall resort. I mean, you have an incredible casino, hotel, restaurant, spa, entertainment, sports betting. You name it, you pretty much have it at Oaklawn Hot Springs. But I want to first start with the casino at Oaklawn, because I know a lot of our listeners are casino players. Tell us something about the casino and what people can expect when they walk onto the gaming floor at Oaklawn Hot Springs.
Well, it's a full casino. There are no restrictions. In fact, the law that was passed in 2018 basically said the rules: if Vegas can do it, we can do it, and so we do.
Good.
And we wanted to offer every opportunity that you have in Vegas in Hot Springs, Arkansas, and that's what's fun. We are a no smoking casino, but what we did, and I scratch my head because I don't know why other casinos don't do this, but they don't. We have a designated area for smoking, not on the main casino floor. We put in about $1 million of air conditioning and ozone spraying to sucks out all of the smoke. So you can walk in there if you smoke, but more importantly, when you walk out, you don't smell like smoke. That is off of the casino floor, which is non-smoking. So you have the very best slots and tables on the main floor, and you have the exact same in the smoking casino. So it really is quite unique and a special place.
Now, you said you're just like Vegas, and you actually are, because you also have a sports book at the resort. Tell us about the sports book at Oaklawn. I mean, I checked it out at your website, and that's oaklawn.com, and it looks like it pretty much has everything a sports bettor would ever want, which is amazing in Arkansas.
Yeah, in fact, we have as many opportunities as anywhere in the country. Mm-hmm. Not only do we have a retail book at the track, on the end of the casino floor, but we also have mobile sports. Mm-hmm. And the way our laws and rules are drafted is that if you're in the four walls of the state, you can bet on our app, Oaklawn Sports, and it's a terrific app. In fact, many of my friends outside of the state have it because they get to check on all their sports and their odds, especially this time of year with basketball. It's real time and it's real fun, and it's very easy to use. So we do have a sports book. We have, of course, the full resort casino floor, but we also have the event center in the hotel, and it drives me crazy when all these other places call themselves resorts when what they have is a slot floor, and that's about it, or maybe a simple restaurant. We don't. We really take that name and grow on it and believe in it, because you don't have to leave. We have the spa, we have entertainment, we have several restaurants, sports book. We have a little bit of everything, and of course, this time of year, the very best racing in the country.
You mentioned restaurants, and anyone who listens to this show knows that one of my criteria for a great casino resort is great food. And I went to your website again, oaklawn.com, and you have 2 pages of bars and restaurants for your guests, which is just incredible. But I want to ask you about a couple of them that were just put on the 2025's Forbes Travel Guide, and that is Oak Room and Bar and the Bugler. Let me first ask about the Oak Room and Bar. Tell us something about that, because I looked at the menu and that is something special. And to be put in the Forbes Travel Guide is also something special.
It is. And frankly, when we designed this resort, if you will, my wife and I wanted to do something that Arkansas would be very proud, and something that Arkansas and the region do not have access to. So with the Oak Room and Bar, we have original artwork that we bought from various art houses around the country that is displayed. And frankly, it's something that we wanted to show that when you walk in those doors, you don't know you're in a casino. Even though you're right off the casino floor, you can't hear the slot machines, you can't hear the ding, ding, dings. You've stepped away into an environment which really is food-oriented and high quality, with a great wine list to take a break from that. And it really is quite special, so we're very proud of that.
Let me ask you also about the Bugler, which also made the Forbes Travel Guide. Which caught my eye is any restaurant that has Creole shrimp and grits should be placed in the Forbes Travel Guide. Tell us about the Bugler, because that is the menu I gravitated toward, because I think that looks great.
It really is, and we're fortunate. Again, by design, the Oak Room is the highest level we offer. Just a notch below is a little more casual, which is the Bugler. And the Bugler, what is frankly special about that, it's about the bugler, racing bugler, that calls the post before each race. There's a quite a large 12-foot statue, bronze statue, in the front entrance of the Bugler. But more importantly, vast 20-foot windows that are looking on the racetrack from the restaurant. And you can eat inside or outside. So what's special is during the racing season, when the weather permits, you can eat outside and see the races from there, or have an intimate dinner as well. So it's a slightly different menu, but we really wanted to offer, again, it comes back to the resort. When you go to a traditional resort in Las Vegas or wherever, you have options. And our goal was to give you options, and that's exactly what you have. We have Big Al's, which is casual, and you walk up and get a cheeseburger or a milkshake, all the way to the Oak Room and Bar, which is a fine dining, very nice high-end steaks and fish and seafood and everything in between. So we're really fortunate that the design came out. You never know when you put it on paper how it ultimately is going to work out. But I think we hit a home run with this, with all of our food and culinary options. It really touches the bases for everyone.
No, you mentioned options, and it's amazing how many great options you have. You even have the only 4-star rated spa in Arkansas, and that's the Astral Spa at Oaklawn. Tell us about that, because that also made the 4-star rating, because that's absolutely incredible.
It is, and quite honestly, we blew the budget on that. We wanted to have something, again, quite special and unique, but we also wanted something that you really don't have the opportunity to experience, especially in our region. You have to go to South Texas or maybe to Arizona to experience something like this. So it really is quite special. We can't call ourselves 5-star because we're not, but Forbes told us we're a 4++. We missed it by just a freckle, but that's life, and we'll get our 5th star next year for sure. But we have everything, a boys and girls section. It's all inlaid in marble. We wanted to bring back the history of hot springs, so we have needle showers and infrared saunas, dipping pools, cold rooms, steam rooms, a little bit of everything, and of course the services, which are second to none. So it is quite special, deserving to be a 4-star, and it'll be a 5-star next year for sure.
I was looking at your website again to get the whole concept of the place, and it's just outstanding. And your entertainment is first class too, and something for everyone. I know on March 21st you have Clint Black, and I gotta tell you, for all the people who grew up in the 80s like myself, on April 5th you have Dokken. I saw them in Philadelphia, and I might have to take a trip down to Arkansas to check out this show, because that's incredible. Tell us about the entertainment people can experience at Oaklawn, because it really has something for everyone.
It does. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, we had Jay Leno.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we try to have our entertainment from comedians to bands to pop. We even have cover bands, which are very, very exciting, and people absolutely love it. And we do try to cross all genres, and that's what's unique about it. We're a very family-friendly resort, if you can have one. Even though we're a casino, you have to be over 21 to be in there. But of course, the event center's in the hotel side, the Bugler's in the hotel side. So we have events really for everyone in all ages, and all genres of entertainment, from comedians to rock, to country and western, a little bit of everything. And it's also what's quite unique is, and it was by design, the event center, of which we house these events, is for 1,500 people, but that also can be converted into 1,000-person seated dinner.
Wow.
And so we host wedding receptions and events and conventions that have literally 1,000 people at a sit-down restaurant with the finest food that you can get, because we have a dedicated convention kitchen right off of the event center. So it's all right there. And obviously we've all been to events where the food arrives cold or hard. It's awful because they can't get from A to B. Not at Oaklawn. We were adamant about that. If we're going to offer something that is first class. It better be first class from start to finish, and that's what we've accomplished. So even with a smaller event with 30 people or 10 people up to 1,000, you're going to have a very nice hot meal, and it'll be terrific.
Stick around. We'll be right back with House of Cards. Sign up at jackpot.com and you can bet on the world's best lotteries where the biggest jackpots are up for grabs. Powerball, Mega Millions, some of the biggest lotteries can be found at jackpot.com. Simply choose your lotto game, pick your numbers, or use their quick pick feature, and you're done. Sign up at jackpot.com with code DRAW24 and get a free lottery ticket with your first deposit. Jackpot.com, it's the world of lotto in your hand. Terms and conditions apply. You must be at least 18 years old and in the United States to play. Void where prohibited. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
With costs going up, Adam and Eve is the best deal around. With 50% off a sexy adult product at adamandeve.com. That's 50% off right now when you point the camera on your smartphone at the code on the screen. Don't get up. Just open your camera and point it at the screen. Hurry! You'll also get 10 free gifts, including free discreet shipping at checkout. This is your chance to get more for less. So scan now for 50% off plus 10 free gifts from adamandeve.com.
You're listening to House of Cards.
And the baccarat, boo, 20 carats, 7 card stud, blackjack, and craps too. I'm just a fool for gambling.
Welcome back to House of Cards. Dave Weishaupt with you. House of Cards is brought to you by BetMGM Casino. Play your favorite casino games at BetMGM Online Casino. Go to BetMGM Casino, create an account using our promo code Turnpike, and become a verified player. New players get $25 free when signing up, plus a first deposit bonus up to $1,000. That's promo code Turnpike at BetMGM.com for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 free. Must be 21 years or older to place a bet. Terms and conditions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. For those of you just joining us, I am talking with the president of Oaklawn Hot Springs, Louis Cella. I told you off air before we came on, I've been doing this for a long time, talking to a lot of casino and racing personnel and presidents and CEOs, and never have I seen a resort with so many nationally recognized options and facilities for its guests. I mean, kudos to you and your staff because you have done an amazing job in expanding Oaklawn Park into Oaklawn Hot Springs.
Well, we have, and frankly, we started as a racetrack. Mm-hmm. And over time, we've evolved in what we were able to do. But one of the more difficult things we had to overcome was our location. And when we only had racing, it's an hour from Little Rock. You're surrounded by national forest. Gosh, it's hard to get to. But now it's one of our absolute biggest assets because we now, through our state, have developed all of the areas around us to the natural springs and the hiking and biking paths. And we have 5 lakes surrounding us with fishing. So now our resort with our concierge services can book you fishing on the lakes for striped bass or give you a bike to go up into the North Woods that you can get lost for quite literally miles and miles and miles and come across a little stream to take a dip in. I mean, it really is spectacular.
You mentioned the evolution, and I'm glad you used that word, because I know the horse racing and the casino industry are going through some changes right now and debating several issues. I mean, on the horse racing side, a historic horse racing track closed down that's very close to me. I'm here in New Jersey, and Freehold Raceway closed down in New Jersey. I never thought I would ever see that close ever in my lifetime. And we're hearing from a lot of people debating the issue of parimutuel betting versus fixed odds betting for horse racing, and how can that help the racing industry. Oaklawn has been such a successful track for so long. What do you attribute that success to, and where do you think the horse racing industry is headed in the near future?
Well, first off, our success is that we've been creative and innovative. I gave a talk in Arizona at the racetrack symposium not too long ago, and took the gloves off, because if little old Oaklawn in Hot Springs, Arkansas can do it, why can't these other tracks do it?
Absolutely.
And I gave some examples. As for instance, in the 1989, 1990, we started the very first interstate simulcast wager with pooled wagers, parimutuel pools. Mm-hmm. They did it in California, in New York and California, within the state, intrastate, but never across state lines. In tracks like Oaklawn, we were open for 60 days, closed for 300 days. It was not a good economic model, so we put our feet up and said, why can't we do this? And quite literally, with a handshake between my father and Mr. Dick Duchossois, who passed away, who owned Arlington, we had the very first interstate simulcast that Oaklawn took its wagers. And then you fast forward, and today it represents over 90% of the North American handle. And fast forward in the 90s, when Tunica, Mississippi grew and all the casinos started to pop up around us, there was not a single state in the country that had more surrounding casinos than in Hot Springs, Arkansas. So what did we do? We came up with a product they called instant racing. Instant racing saved Oaklawn. Frankly, today, with your national audience, you hear it called historical horse racing.
Yes.
Again, it started at Oaklawn with instant racing back in 2000. And from there, we went in 2006 to electronic games of skill. And how did we do that? Well, we showed that we were good actors and we were not greedy, and we worked with our horsemen and our racing commission. And the state saw where the tax would benefit, but more importantly, it would help horse racing. And then, of course, the final is in 2018. And frankly, a lot of people don't know this. But we had absolutely nothing to do with this, to getting the casino laws passed in 2018. The Quapaw Nation came to us and said, will you fight us? And we said, you know what? If you support racing and create a special fund of which gaming dollars of every casino in the state goes into the special fund for purses, then we won't fight it. And they agreed to that. Well, guess what? We now have $60 million of purses each year for a 65-day meet. It's nearly $1 million a day. Wow. Our horse racing at Oaklawn is thriving. It's growing. And what does that let us do? It lets us bring fans in and not offer $15 sodas and beers, and we subsidize it, and we have probably what we think we don't. Again, it's like the smoking casino. Why they don't do this? We have what we call the show bet bonus. On track, we lower the takeout from 17% to 10% on show wagering. Well, if you go to any track in America, take New Jersey, your hometown, the show pool might be 5%, 6%, 7%. Mm-hmm. With Torpedo Anna just 2 weeks ago at Oaklawn, it was 25%.
Whoa. Okay.
What does that mean? How could that be? Well, what happens is people realize that if you are on track, you're going to cash in tickets and get that much more money back. It's fun. And guess who's cashing those tickets? Young fans, new fans. They're saying it's a great time, a great experience. So yes, Oaklawn, again, is leading the country, but we believe in the product. And that's, I think, the greatest success story of all is we believe in the product. And if we do our job right, folks are going to show up, which is why for Derby in a couple of weeks, we'll have 70,000 people. For the Zeri to see Torpedo Anna, we had 35,000 people. For our Rebel, a few weeks prior to that, we had 40,000 people. Keep in mind the population of Hot Springs, 35,000. So we almost doubled the population during our big days.
What about the casino industry? I mean, I'm sitting here in New Jersey where we have online casinos and online poker, but the state just north of me in New York, they're still debating whether to allow online casinos because a lot of people feel that it will cannibalize the business to the brick and mortar casinos. What do you see as the future for the casino industry?
We agree with that.
Okay.
We are vehemently against the online casino push, which has been pushed, frankly, by Saracen Casino. I'm unsure their motivation behind that, other than for greed for some reason. We've got a good thing going right now. It's managed appropriately. Our fans love it. The state is doing quite well through taxes. We have a resort, and we owe it to our fans to offer the highest quality product. If it's racing, if it's casino, if it's spa, if it's food and beverage, we have a responsibility of being the best. Well, as soon as you bring in online casinos, you're going to start losing your on-track business. No question about it. And when you start losing that, what's going to go first? Well, you're going to start cutting people. You're going to start cutting services because you can't afford it. And so it just doesn't make any sense to us. And yes, there's studies. For every study out there that the proponents say that this is the greatest thing in the world, I'll show you 10 that says it's not.
So are there any future plans for Oaklawn Hot Springs that people should be aware of? Any big events that you want to tell people about happening at Oaklawn in the near future?
Well, we have our Arkansas Derby, which is March 29th. And it really is the finest thoroughbred racing to final leg to see if they get in to go to the Kentucky Derby, as well as the fantasy to see if the best filly can go to the Kentucky Oaks, just like Mystic Dan and Torpedo Anna. And of course, all summer long, interestingly, a lot of people don't realize, yes, we get a bump during racing season because we have thousands of people at the track. But our biggest bump, our biggest increases is in the summer, because now it's the tourism. Now we have people from coming in for the lakes and the hiking and biking, and they want to stay and enjoy our infield and go to the hotel and see the events. And that's what really makes it special. So it's a year-round resort. It's not just about racing, even though racing is offered from December until May. From May into December, there are so many things and fun things to do, not just at Oaklawn, but in Hot Springs, which, by the way, is a very small community. Again, its population is 35,000 people. From one end to the other, it's 20 minutes. But through our services, we can set up fishing and boating and skiing and hiking and biking. It really is spectacular.
Louis, we're running out of time, but can you give out a website for Oaklawn Hot Springs so people can find out more about the property and book a room at the hotel? Because I think I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, well, just to Oaklawn.com. We'll get you there to the website and get you every page that you need. It's a lot of fun, and the website also has all food and beverage and hotel reservations, etc., including our media guide that gives a little history and schedule.
Louis Cella, president of Oaklawn Hot Springs, thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about the property. A historic horse racing track, a casino, sports betting, entertainment, an incredible hotel, and world-class dining. I think Oaklawn Hot Springs has it all if you're looking for a casino resort. Please come back on and keep us updated on Oaklawn Hot Springs, because it seems like there's something always happening there. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and look forward to it.
Stick around. We'll be right back with more House of Cards.
The IRS has collected over $1 billion in past due taxes this year, and they're aggressively targeting more taxpayers. Don't wait until the IRS comes knocking. Our team is here to help you resolve your tax debts before things escalate. Every tax situation is unique, and so is our approach. We tailor solutions to fit your specific needs, giving you the personalized attention you deserve. The IRS has resumed collection enforcement. Don't wait until it's too late. Our team can help you resolve your tax issues before liens, levies, or passport restrictions kick in. Behind on filing taxes? We specialize in getting you back on track by filing past returns and negotiating with the IRS. Does the IRS claim that you owe money that you don't have? We fight to lower your tax debt to an amount that you can afford. United Tax Fix. Expert help, personalized service, and the peace of mind you deserve.
Call 800-852-6985. That's 800-852-6985.
It's a casino. People gotta win sometime.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a giant, colorful check to deposit.
Welcome to another edition of Beating the House. I'm Doug Weishuttle here with Dave Weishuttle. We're going to be crisscrossing the country, sometimes the continent, sometimes even the world, talking about the latest jackpots in the casino and lottery industries. If it's $100,000 or more, we will be talking about it on this show. Game announcements, press releases, jackpots, info at turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep those coming in. We're going to start off this week with a couple news stories. One involving the Rio Hotel and Casino.
Okay.
We've got a brand new table game coming to the Rio, courtesy of Adventura Gaming, which is a boutique gaming company that's brand new. They're going to be working with celebrities and other brands to create cutting-edge gameplay. They're launching their first casino table game. It's going to be at the Rio.
Okay.
The Penn and Teller Casino Monte.
Wow, that's pretty cool. All right.
Matter of fact, it's really cool. I've got some images of the tabletop with Penn and Teller standing next to it. Kind of a really innovative table game based upon an old type of card game called three-card Monte.
Ah, yeah, okay, that's interesting.
Yes,
okay.
well, Penn and Teller are well known for their three-card Monte, and
that's the three cards where you move it around,
right.
And okay.
And the way the game is set up, it's almost like you're looking at a blackjack table with the rounded table, and the dealer is doing the three-card Monte shuffle, and you bet on whether you bet on either Penn's card or Teller's card. There's cards. One is with Penn on the back of it, Teller on the other.
Oh, okay.
And you bet on either one of those. You place a bet on Penn, you place a bet on Teller.
Okay.
Or you place a bet on both.
Okay.
Higher the card, the better the chances of winning. Then they turn over the middle card, and you compare it.
What do you mean the higher the card, the better? Higher
the card, the better chance you win.
Okay.
You have to beat the middle card.
Okay.
When you do it, everything is
okay. There are numbers on the cards too.
There's a face of Penn, face of Teller, and then there's a middle card for the dealer.
Okay.
You bet on Penn, you bet on Teller. When they flip it over, you have to beat the middle card.
Okay. I have to take a look at it. I'm not sure how you beat the middle card.
Well, they flip it over. It's a higher card, you win. If it's a lower card, you lose.
Does Penn and Teller have numbers on their cards?
On the other side, on the back. I'm talking about the back of the cards is the picture Penn, picture Teller.
Oh, okay.
You have to bet on which one you want, and then they flip it over.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you flip it over and then you see the picture of Penn or Teller.
No, you flip it over after you bet on it, and you have to beat the middle card.
I see.
Yes.
It's tough explaining card games. I have to see it.
It's tough explaining a casino Monte game.
Okay, so, I see what you're talking about.
Yes.
So, okay, the Penn and Teller's picture is on the back of the cards that are laying face down.
And you have to bet on Penn or
Teller. And then they
flip
both. And then they flip it over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then they flip over the middle card.
Okay. All right. I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so it's a three-card Monte. It's a takeoff on that.
Okay.
Fast-moving, innovative, fun, and they're going to be introducing it. Both Penn and Teller are going to be there to unveil it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So that's cool to see.
That's great.
Yes. The other new game we've got comes from BetMGM. Actually, it comes from Light & Wonder, and it's going to be on exclusively on BetMGM. The Wizard of Oz Over the Rainbow.
Oh, wow. Boy, it's a good time to bring it out. Boy, it's Wizard of Oz is everywhere right now.
Wizard of Oz is on TV constantly now.
Well, I mean,
I remember it used to be.
I'm
on
just talking
Easter
about the
only.
movie, and and recently at the Oscars, I think that's what started the show. So good for them. Good for BetMGM. They're jumping on the Wizard of Oz bandwagon.
Game is available in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Michigan,
and West
play
Virginia.
It right now, huh? I actually played it before coming on the tape.
I didn't know that. All right. Okay.
Really cool game. A lot of good music in it, a lot of good graphics, really vibrant graphics, as a matter of fact.
All right.
As a matter of fact, if you're watching us on TV, we've got some gameplay going on from Light & Wonder.
Nice. All right.
A lot of different wild symbols in it. Glinda the Good Witch is one of them.
All right.
You've also got the Tin Man, Cowardly Lion.
So is it old school Wizard of Oz kind of thing? The
What
one
do you
we
mean?
remember?
You're talking about
the movie
not
just
Wicked,
came out.
not Wicked.
Not Wicked. Okay.
Wicked is different.
This is
Wicked
Wizard
is
of-
not Wizard of Oz.
Well, yeah, but
Wicked
it's
tells
kinda,
the story of the witch.
It's kind of a
different things.
I think of Wizard of Oz when I see Wicked. But, So
well, you're supposed to.
okay. So
But,
so it's the version we know. The
version we
Wizard
grew
of-
up with.
Okay.
Yes. But it's kind of fun to watch. You've got all the characters: Dorothy, Tin Man, Lion, Cowardly Lion. I'm sorry, because that's actually how you have to say it. Cowardly Lion. You got Scarecrow. You've got the Flying Monkeys.
Oh, you got the flying one. They scared the hell out of me when I was a kid.
They still do. They're kind of evil looking.
Oh God.
And you got the Wicked Witch, of course, and then you also have that shows up every so often the Wizard of Oz in his balloon.
Oh, okay.
Remember him,
Yeah,
the guy
yeah,
who took
yeah.
his balloon to come into the land of Oz and all that stuff, the wizard.
Well, wasn't like Dorothy supposed to get on the balloon, but Toto ran away, and Dorothy ran to get Toto, and then the balloon accidentally flew away.
Well, that's
and
also how he came into Oz, too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. If you see the James Franco movie, it explains how he got
I
into
never
Oz.
saw that movie.
Yes.
Never saw that
There's
movie.
so many different ways of, with Wizard of Oz out there. But, no, this is actually a really fun game. Good music, a lot of really vibrant colors.
Okay.
And it's
I'll check
actually
it out.
kind of fun.
I didn't even know it was out right now.
Yes.
So, okay, I'll check it out.
That's it for the news. We're going to start talking jackpots right now. Starting off our jackpot segment, we're going out to California for Thunder Valley Casino Resort.
Oh, okay. We haven't had them on in a long time.
Well, we're having them on 3 times here.
3?
Yes.
3 jackpots?
We have
Oh
3
my
slot
God.
players winning 3 jackpots, totaling $876,292.32.
Wow. Okay.
All in the same day.
Well, okay. All right.
We have February 26th.
I
was
think
the
the
day-
Thunder
the day
Valley
of luck.
staff was
Yes.
pretty lucky.
Yes.
I mean, pretty lucky and pretty busy.
Yes,
So,
all in the same day. First one, a progressive jackpot of $106,625 on a $1 bet for the double black diamond slot machine. Same day, later in the day, we have Buffalo Link paying out. We've got a 5-cent denomination game here. No word on what the actual bet size was, but it's a 5-cent denomination. $250,480. Last win of the day belongs to an elite tier player. That's their loyalty club card members.
Okay.
Progressive jackpot on the DSMG Wild Ninja slot machine. I have not played that slot machine.
I don't even know what it is. So
Again, another 5-cent denomination game. $519,191.32.
Okay.
Guy was only playing for 10 minutes before he hit.
Wow.
The biggest jackpot of the day came with the shortest amount of time in front of the machine.
I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure the Thunder Valley Casino staff must have been running around that day. I was like, oh my God, another jackpot. They must have been busy.
They were tired at the end of that day.
Yeah, they were busy. Good.
That's
day,
a good tired.
That's a good day's work.
Yes. Leaving California, we're going over to Nevada. We've got the Palms Casino.
Okay.
We've got, and I've never played this game either, the Big Bad Wolf slot machine.
Oh, okay. Is that what's a Big Bad Wolf? What story is
Three
that?
Little Pigs.
Is that the big? Or
That's Little Red Riding Hood.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Little
I
Red
think.
Riding
Yeah.
Hood. I got to see what
is that the theme of it, or
I would
just,
say I would assume since Big Bad Wolf is the name of it, it's probably got a Little Red Riding Hood theme to it.
All right, I'll check it out.
$60 spin.
All right.
$151,549.75.
That's the Big Bad Wolf machine, huh?
That Big Bad Wolf. Like I said, I've never played that one before.
No, I don't.
I got to go
don't know
look for
what
it next time in one of
so-
the casinos, see if any of the ones over here in the East Coast have any.
Or online. Take a look at that.
I didn't even think of
What is
online.
that? The Palms
Casino.
Okay, I don't know.
So Big Bad Wolf slot.
All right.
That's it for the actual physical world of jackpots. We've got a bunch of new jackpots here because we're heading over to Jersey, and you know what we're doing here? We're doing Jersey jackpots, where we do both virtual and land-based jackpots here.
Okay.
All from the New Jersey casinos. Starting off, we've got February 14th. Oh, and by the way, again, for people who don't realize, New Jersey Division of Gaming Enforcement does every 2 weeks, they put out the list of jackpots, $40,000 or more, which we base our show on, this portion of the show on. We look at the $100,000 or more.
Okay.
And we've got a lot for the second half of February.
Really? All right.
Starting off on February 14th, starting in the real world, we're going to Resorts Atlantic City on the boardwalk. $100,000 IGT double bonus poker.
Oh, okay.
Going over to the marina, we've got Borgata Atlantic City with Bally Locket Link paying out $173,615.02. Ending the day, we go to BorgataCasino.com. NetEnt Divine Fortune, which is still a fun game to play. One of the first ones I ever played in the online casinos. $120,363.85.
Okay.
Moving over to February 16th.
15th.
I'm sorry, February 15th.
Don't skip that one.
Don't skip that one. Starting off on the boardwalk again, Ocean Casino Resort. $131,858.53, playing Huff and More Puff. The Three Little Pigs.
Yeah, I played that recently, last month.
BetMGM.com, GVC Craps. Getting a lot of craps jackpots lately. $104,600.01.
Okay.
And going over to Borgata Casino online again, the online version of Borgata. Digital Chicago Gold. That's Chicago Gold's name of the slot. Digital is the manufacturer. $101,070.
Wow. Okay.
Going over to February 16th, we've got several here. Hard Rock Atlantic City. We're seeing a lot of brick and mortar ones this second half of February.
It's a fun time to visit Atlantic City because the crowds are not as crazy as the summer. You can certainly get to a machine. Access to a machine is easy, or your favorite machine. So it's great.
Well, Hard Rock paid out $200,000 on IGT's double top dollar machine. Going over to DraftKings.com, same day, $347,195.53, playing Evolution Midnight Romance.
No clue what that is.
I believe that's a vampire theme.
Oh, really? I have no clue what that is.
Moving over to BetMGM.com for the last one of the day, $106,883.16, Evolution Arcade Bomb. Still have not played that one yet.
I don't know what that one is either. There's so many slot machines that,
more and more coming out.
Yeah, it's amazing.
February 17th had a pair, $131,464.84 on DraftKings.com, Evolution Bass Boss.
Is that a fishing thing?
That's a fishing thing.
Fishing thing, okay.
Going over to the marina, again, we've got Borgata Atlantic City, $120,818.59, playing AGS's Dali, Golden Wins.
Okay, all right.
Or Daily.
L-I.
It's an Asian themed game. So
Dalai? I don't know.
Moving over to February 18th, we're going back over to Ocean Resort down on the boardwalk. Like I said, a lot of brick and mortar ones this half. $140,211.80, playing Light and Wonder Locket Link Huff and Puff.
Huh?
Another version of Huff and Puff.
All right. That's the second Huff and Puff that hit a jackpot in Ocean Casino, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Going over to FanDuel.com, we've got Lorcan Kelly 10-cent multi-level jackpot. No word on what the actual name of the game is from the Division of Gaming Enforcement.
How much was what is that? I don't even know.
$120,058.55. The manufacturer is Lorcan Kelly.
Okay. All
yes.
right. I'm
not familiar with that publisher, but we have seen it pop up here and there.
Okay. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what the game is. But I have a FanDuel.com account. Maybe I'll go check it out.
Yeah, just search Lorcan Kelly on the online casino.
Page. Yeah. Okay. All right.
That's where the searches come in handy, right?
Oh
there.
yeah. No, I write down what you're talking about and check them out.
Moving over to February 19th, we've got $626,788.81 on DraftKings.com, playing DraftKings Mega Jackpots Wheel of Fortune on Air.
Okay.
First Wheel of Fortune entry for the week.
Wheel of Fortune on Air.
Yes.
Huh?
That's another version of Wheel of Fortune.
How many versions are there?
That's been actually around for about a year now.
Okay, all right.
Going over to, staying with DraftKings.com, we're going to DraftKings Craps, paying out $116,561.61. Going over to FanDuel.com, we've got Evolution Buffalo Mania Megaways. That is a fun game to play. $122,631 even. Moving over to February 20th, we've got a trio of jackpots here. DraftKings.com, we've got $328,326.33 on IGT's King Video Poker Jackpot Machine. Going over to Ocean Resort again.
Wow.
On the boardwalk.
Wow.
Aristocrat Dragon Link paid out $214,476.48. And then we're going to finish up with FanDuel.com playing Every's FanDuel Triple Wild, paying out $140,000 even.
Wow, okay.
Moving over to February 21st, we've got 4 on February 21st.
Okay.
DraftKings.com, here's another one. Corey Desmond, Building Bucks. $106,576.68. Going over to the boardwalk, Hard Rock Atlantic City, $160,000 playing IGT's Double Top Dollar again. Somebody likes playing Double Top Dollar.
Yeah, well, obviously, it's paying off. So.
BetMGM.com, we've got $308,925 playing Ben Scott's Bao Zhu Zhao Fu Red Festival.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not saying that again. BetMGM.com rounds out the day, $200,000 playing Panos' Great Western 3.
Okay.
Moving over to February 22nd, we got a pair. We've got Hard Rock Atlantic City again. IGT's Triple Double Stars paying out $135,000. And going back to the virtual world, we've got BorgataCasino.com, Light and Wonders, Ultimate Fire Link China Street. That's kind of a fun game to play. Once you start hitting those fireballs popping up, It's really fun to watch. $100,839.
Wow, okay. I'll check that one out, too. I don't think I've played that.
Moving over to February 24th, we got another trio of jackpots. HardRockCasino.com chimes in. Divine Fortune from NetEnt paying out $122,776.43. Moving over to FanDuel.com, playing IGT's Triple Play Double Poker, $160,800. And then we're going to IGT's Game King Video Poker on Fanatics.com.
Oh, wow.
The casino side of Fanatics.
Nice. All right.
First one we've ever had from Fanatics.
Really?
Yeah, I had to go back and look. We never had Fanatics on this segment before. $100,000 even.
Nice. All right, great.
Moving over to February 25th, we've got $154,646.98 on DraftKings.com playing Digital Eggs Bonanza.
No clue what that is.
The first Easter game.
Oh, it's Easter game. Okay. I guess you're going to do a special on Easter
I will have Easter games coming up.
All right.
$149,426 also on DraftKings.com. Paraplay's Gypsy Fire.
Oh, okay.
So those were the pair on February 25th. Moving over to February 27th. Just one on February 27th. Lonely February 27th. $516,875.83 on DraftKings.com, playing DraftKings American Treasures.
That's a big one. I mean, for there just to be one that day, that's a big one.
We're not done with the big ones yet.
Oh, okay.
February 28th, we've got a pair here. $227,755.26 on HardRockCasino.com, playing Evolution Cash Vault.
Okay.
That's a good game to play.
All right.
And finally, and here's where the big number comes in, we're looking at IGT's Cash Eruption Vegas on DraftKings.com, paying out $1,489,663.25.
What a month for DraftKings.com,
Yes.
huh? Wow. Good for them.
Finishing up, like I always do with the Jersey Jackpots, I do the beginning of the year to date. We're ending February here. We've got, 680 jackpots of $40,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, it's a huge spreadsheet now because of the $40,000. You'd never think just adding another $10,000 limit would actually increase it that much, but it does.
Okay.
680 jackpots, $56,873,500.78.
Okay.
And for 2025, we have 3 jackpots of $1 million or more.
Wow.
We're ahead of the game from last year.
I was going to say, I think we're on pace to do some record-breaking numbers here.
Well, March was the big month last year.
Okay.
It actually kicked in about $3 or $4 million jackpots.
Well, let me tell you some big events in March. I mean, the St. Patrick's Day Parade at Atlantic City draws a lot of people. I'm expecting a lot of jackpots, physical jackpots in Atlantic City, because there's a lot of people visiting Atlantic City in March.
But
especially you got the number one, you got March Madness.
Yep.
And then you got the the parade you got to take into account. So should be some good numbers there.
But that's it for this week's Jersey Jackpots. I'll be back probably in 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, depending on how often they send out these spreadsheet updates. But I'll be back soon with another edition of Jersey Jackpots. And that's it for this week's Beating the House. As always, congratulations to the winners we talked about. Congratulations to all the winners out there. We only do $100,000 or more. There's a lot more winners out there, both lottery and casino jackpots. So congratulations, everybody. Game announcements, press releases, jackpot announcements, info@turnpikesportsradio.com. Keep those coming in. We love hearing from everybody.
Well, that'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time with House of Cards.
Drag a spiraling chain across the desert plain. You build a house of cards around a lover's heart. Wild country in your head, gone dead, riverbed.